Rockin are okay. Sound K covers a wide range of music genres. We have music that suits the taste buds of all our listeners. We play a lot of K-pop group songs, but also the songs of other artists of different genres. And on Saturdays, we delight the palates of our rock listeners. On Sound K's Rockin' ROK Rock On Korea, we provide you with all the information on K-Rock, the K-Rock musicians, the new K-Rock bands, and also the hidden gems of the K-Rock indie scene. And the man to give you the taste of the K-Rock is Yeom Seung-shik, aka Yeom Guitar, the guitarist of the rock group GateFlowers. 안녕하세요. Hello.
안녕하세요. Hello.
I don't know why. I just wanted to say that in Korean.
Yeah, it feels really weird.
Yeah,
to
after
start out.
speaking
I mean, we are Koreans, aren't we?
Right, but we're like, she spoke in Korean. What do I say?
Yeah.
So how are you today?
I'm great.
Yeah?
You know, the spring. Mm-hmm. Lovely.
The weather's getting much better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, how are you liking the weather?
I like spring and autumn. My favorite seasons.
You said that. You don't like strong kind of weather.
No, the summer is, in Korea, the summer's just, stuffy and all that. And
I
winter,
like it.
You like summer?
Yeah. I like the humidity.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
You're like the first person I've ever seen who
really?
Humidity. Yeah,
it's like although we do have too much pollution these days, it's almost like I'm carrying my own humidifier around.
They do that in Hong Kong.
Really?
The humidity is really, really. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. So they have like the portable humidifier. That's what I heard.
Really?
I don't know if it's true.
Why would they hold humidifiers if the air is already humid?
I'm sorry. I mixed it up. It's the other way around.
The air is too dry?
It's too dry.
Oh, right.
What am I saying?
I don't know. I kind of like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's you. You started out with Korean, so I was a little confused.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's not be too confused these days. I hope you're not too confused today because you do have to explain to us another new K-rock artist that we're going to introduce tonight.
We have a new artist, of course. Yes. This one is, I would say, the very first original Hongdae Yoshin, the goddess of Hongdae.
Oh, the very first.
The very first.
Wow. Okay, tell us about her.
Her name is Han Hee-jung. Mm-hmm. She debuted in 2001, so 12 years ago, as a vocalist of a group called Dodo.
Right.
Yeah, you heard of it.
I have.
Yeah, Dodo worked with another vocalist such as Park Hae-kyung. She became a solo artist later on. And the fourth album of the Dodo, in which Han Hee-jung participated as a vocalist, won the Album of the Year in 2004's Korea Music Award.
Oh, right.
So Dodo was a famous band back then. They're still around, but they were musically established band back then.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And later she formed a folk duo called 푸른 새벽. Blue Dawn. It sounds really nice in Korean, but I don't know how to put it in English.
Blue Dawn sounds pretty good.
Yeah. To me, it feels a little
Awkward?
eerie, awkward. Like Blue Dawn, and
Right.
in a horror movie. Anyways, yeah.
Horror movie.
Yeah, Blue Dawn. It's dark. It feels dark. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it can be taken that way.
Okay. Anyways, so she quit Dodo and formed a folk duo called 푸른 새벽.
Okay.
And Blue Dawn with Jung Sang-won, who was a member of a group called Damien.
Okay.
And they formed a band, folk band, and there were a few folk bands back then.
Yep.
But 푸른 새벽 had a style of their own. And it was during her career with 푸른 새벽 when she actually began to build some kind of fandom.
Oh.
Because it was really rare, because in early 2000, we had groups like Chaorim or Nell,
Right.
the bands with good songs. They were like major bands from Hongdae.
Yeah.
푸른 새벽 were really quiet folk musicians.
Oh, okay.
Not much TV appearances. I would say really few, very few.
Yeah.
But 푸른 새벽's music itself, it was just great.
Okay.
Compared to other Hongdae musicians. So 푸른 새벽 started to get a fandom from Hongdae. And I mean, there was a folk duos starting to emerge in the Hongdae scene. But
Yeah.
we had like 제주 소년. I mentioned this band before.
Yeah.
Two guys, a talented boy. And 소규모 아카시아 band.
Right.
Groups like that. But 푸른 새벽's this impression people got for this band was really mysterious.
Okay.
It was
How?
It was probably 한혜정's role.
Oh.
I mean, you know, people who are hearing this right now, the listeners can go on to the internet and find her her appearances. She's really
Yeah.
small, and she doesn't really show her face.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, short-cut hair, small, doesn't talk much, but her voice seems like a fairy tale, like a fairy telling stories, very calm and like serene.
I see.
But she was, different from other Hongdae 여신, like Yeojo, like Taru.
Right.
She doesn't only have the bright and happy image of Hongdae 여신, but she, maybe she's the oldest of all.
Oh.
And the first and the oldest. She has her own philosophy as a musician.
Okay.
She's charismatic in a very different way. Like Yeojo and Taro, they talk, they speak out, and
Yeah.
even the pictures on internet, you won't see much of 한혜정's face.
Oh, she keeps hidden all
Kind
the
of.
time.
I don't know if she does it intentionally, but it's really hard to find. There are a few, of course. I mean, she's not like, really hiding.
Okay.
But the whole image of 한혜정 is, small, cute, girl-like appearance. Like she's in her 30s now. But the image is really mysterious.
Right, I think I totally get what you're talking about because I actually remember myself going online looking for 한희정. And actually there wasn't very much information about her or photos of her. I mean, there are these days some, but not as much as Yeojo or Taru, one of those.
And yeah, even her vocal styles. I mean, she doesn't have that crazy voice. I mean, she whispers like Yeojo, but it's even, deeper. I mean, she whispers, but very persuasive.
Okay.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
And she was like a role model for female singer-songwriter back then, especially for mid-2000. Like, there were so many female singer-songwriters trying to,
Imitate
한혜정. So she was like the very first, I would say. She's different from 자우림.
Yeah.
What's her name? Kim Yuna. Kim Yuna she really speaks out, and she's like straightforward, artist, female artist. But 한혜정 is like really quiet, and she whispers. But definitely she's got the style of her own. So if Yeojo had popularized the image of Hongdae girl, 한혜정 is like the center of the influence.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like in the very beginning.
But because many people actually don't know about 한희정 as much as say Yeojo, how would you say her influences? Like, how would you say big was her influence in all this?
Music from 90s, I would say. There was great musicians like, in 90s, we had like 장필순, 이상은, female singer-songwriters. And a lot of influence from Japan, I would say, too. Acoustic music. I mean, there were many folk musicians throughout, I would say history.
Yeah.
But this kind of folk musician, it had never been around. Not 한희정 and, Yeojo kind of quiet and, the image. I mean, back then we didn't have that image. We just had that music. In Korean, for songwriters. Because if you're a singer, you have to be a singer. But these girls, these female artists, I don't know if they're good singers, but, they wrote their own songs with their thoughts, related to their life and all that. And the image was really important. I think it's really important. And the image 한희정 got, I would say a lot of it are from Japan.
Okay. Well, we are going to listen to a song by 한희정. Which one?
It's by 푸른 새벽. her first duo, folk duo. It's a song called 봄이 오면.
Okay.
When spring comes. It's
But
perfect.
she's spelling 봄, which means spring, a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's 봄.
Right.
So the nuance. So the word 봄 is spring, right? But
Right.
instead of just 봄, she spelled it 봄. So it gives a little different nuance to a song.
Okay.
Also, within a song, she also pronounces 봄. So it's really rhythmic, and also it goes well with the melody too.
So is that only because of the music and the rhythm, or does she actually want to put a different meaning to 봄?
I think it's just the meaning, 봄.
Ah.
But if you say 봄, I know it sounds really cute.
I guess so.
Yeah, 봄. It's really rhythmic. It sounds nice somehow.
Okay.
This is one of the best spring songs for, in my point of view. I mean, we have songs like, Busker, 벚꽃 ending, the cherry
Yeah,
blossom
that's
ending.
popular.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
everywhere.
I know the whole song. I never intended to listen to the song, but it's everywhere. I mean, it's a great song.
It's a good song.
But there's there are great spring songs. One of my favorite is 이장혁's 봄.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to play sometime soon. But it's a great song, and you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, okay.
이장혁's 봄 it's got nothing to do with 봄. It's about broken heart.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but it just
But it still sounds good, I
sounds
guess.
good. Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to listen to this song by 한희정, or should I say 푸른 새벽,
푸른
the
새벽.
duo she made. So let's listen to their song. It's called 봄이 오면, When Spring Comes.
봄이 오면 모두들 한 번쯤 뵙고 싶어요. 봄이 오면 놓아둘 곳 있겠지요. 지금 이렇게 버티고 나면 그때 행복할까요? 삶은 조금씩 힘겨워져만 가는 걸 깨닫는 나이가 되고 난 가끔씩 울지 못해 웃어 보이고 가만히 고통을 봄이 오면 그대를 만나러 가고 싶어요. 봄이 오면 머무를 곳 있겠지요. 지금 이렇게 버티고 나면 그때
You're listening to Sound K with me, DJ Xian, and this is our Saturday corner, Rockin' ROK Rock on Korea with our guest Seung-shik, aka Yeom Guitar, in our studio right now. And the song we just played for you was by 푸른 새벽, and it's called 봄이 오면 when spring comes. And today we're actually talking about one member of 푸른 새벽, and her name is Han Hee-jung.
How did you like the song?
I kind of like it. It's actually more deeper than I expected from a Hongdae goddess.
It's just one piano, and she just, for the listeners who aren't familiar with Korean words, I just want to read out some of the lyrics.
Yeah.
It goes like, when spring comes, I'd like to meet all of you sometime.
Oh.
Like the very first part, when spring comes. So spring comes.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet all of you.
Boom comes.
Boom comes. I'd like to meet all of you sometime.
Wow.
And when spring comes, there should be somewhere to put things. I don't know what she really trying to say. But put things. She want maybe some kind of burden of her.
Maybe.
And she says, when spring comes, I'd like to go see you. And when spring comes, there must be a place to stay. If I hang in there like this, will I be happier then? So maybe she's having some kind of hard time.
Yeah, it sounds really deep right now.
Coming to an age where I realize, coming to an age where I realize life is getting harder, little by little. Sometimes I can't cry, so I put a little smile on my face. And quietly embrace my sorrow.
Oh.
It's kind of...
It's really deep, actually.
Deep, yeah. But there's a hope. Spring hope.
I guess so.
Maybe she's going through some kind of hardships during winter.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was just, thinking.
It does sound, as I said before, much more deeper, much more mellower than I was expecting from her. And she has like a cute features. So I was kind of expecting her to sing songs like Taro.
Or Yojo,
Yeah.
really, really happy,
Exactly. The songs that make you really want to ride your bicycle to.
Right.
In spring. But definitely not that kind.
This is not that kind.
Exactly.
It makes you go deep and just, it makes you want to stay home, Spring's supposed to be like, you should go to a park and, ride a bicycle or whatever, picnic, but this is not that.
Exactly. It's not. It actually makes you just want to get into bed.
It's my style.
Oh, you like this style?
Oh, yeah. I used to, say, just make jokes with my friends. People say, oh, it's a beautiful weather. And they say, let's go out and, do something. And my friends would say like, oh, it's a beautiful weather. Let's just stay home and get some sleep.
Oh, your style.
My style.
And you have a girlfriend?
Why? Why are
I'm
you
thinking that girls won't like that style.
Why, staying home?
Yeah, like,
Why not?
oh, it's a beautiful weather. Let's stay home.
I have many friends. Yes, I have female friends.
Right, that's why you have a lot of female friends and not a girlfriend.
I like to have fun outside with my male friends.
It's just like I've been out, on the weekend, and you do see a lot of people enjoying all the cherry blossoms and things like that these days in spring. But, with this song, you're saying you just prefer to stay at home and not actually go out and enjoy those things that girls love to do. So I was thinking.
Maybe that's why. I have only friends that are girls.
Oh, that's sad. It is sad. Just like this song.
Is it?
It's kind of sad, actually.
I get healed.
From listening to songs like this.
From songs like this, yes.
Okay.
It's a healing music.
Tell us about Han Hee-jung and tell us about what happened after Blue Dawn, 푸른 새벽.
After Blue Dawn, Blue Dawn had a breakup in 2006. They had about 2 albums and an EP, I think. And Han Hee-jung started to work on her solo album. So for about a year and a half, she focused on new materials for her debut album, solo debut. And finally, in 2008, her first solo work, Your Document, was released. So it was a long time from her 2001 debut until she became a solo artist.
Okay. So it took her a while to get her solo album out.
Yeah.
How long exactly?
So it was 2001, so 7 years.
Wow.
And what's really significant about this album is that she basically did almost everything. The songwriting,
Yep.
the lyrics, arrangement. You know, you gotta be really professional with with the arrangement
Yeah.
because it makes the whole difference for a song. And producing, she produced her own album,
Oh.
everything.
Wow.
Yeah, other musicians like Taro and Yujo, it took a big part of their solo album, but not like Hanijong. They participated with their album, took a big role, but Hanijong, she basically did everything except like playing drums and instruments. But other than that, she basically did everything.
So that must be pretty hard. I mean, she came from being in a group or a duo called 푸른 새벽, and then she went to doing everything all by herself. So that must put a lot of pressure on her.
Sure, I mean I've done this before. I released an album with in GateFlowers, the band, and then I tried my own solo album, and it's really really different. I mean there are burdens and hardships for both. Both work.
Yeah.
But you have to do basically everything by yourself. So there's nobody pushing you.
Oh, that's right. So
And
that can be good and bad in both ways. Because no one's pushing you. You can do things your pace.
freedom.
But then it could mean that you actually don't get any work done.
True. So it took a long time for me to get my first solo album.
Right.
Anyways, for Hanijong's case, she says there are pros and cons. If you're doing your band, the fact that you have another member is really, it's like you have someone to lean on.
Okay.
So it's a great help and less burden because you're working with someone, you're working together. But for her case, when she's doing everything by herself, it's lonely. And also pressure because you have to you got to do everything for yourself, and it's your responsibility when it comes out. And everyone knows that it's your job, If you're in a band, if you're just whatever the musical mistakes that you can make, you don't know because there are other members. So you can sort of share the burden, but this one's really, everything all by yourself. And the good things, she said, is that no one's getting in your way.
Right.
Because, nobody's, you don't have to worry about other members, liking your stuff or not. I mean, it happens with the band all the time. So you can just do whatever you want, so it's a good thing. But the cons about being with the band is, trouble with others. It's inevitable. And you gotta deal with them, and sometimes you hurt people and you get hurt too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's saying it's both good and bad. So, same is my case too.
I guess there is good points and bad points, advantages and disadvantages for everything. But, we are going to listen to a song by Hanijong that she did by herself. So I guess it sounds a little bit different from the one she did before.
It is different.
How is it different?
Blue Dawn, 푸른 새벽 was like the one we just heard. Really, you're almost like meditating sometimes. The music is really deep and quiet. I mean, there's some happy songs too, but her solo album is more brighter, upbeat.
So she's sort of going to the colors of the Hongdae goddesses we know.
And she is actually the first one. So among all the goddesses.
Oh, so I shouldn't say she's going to. She's sort of like paving the way.
True.
Oh.
The influence to other Hongdae girls. Female musicians.
So I guess this is going to sound more like the song we should expect from her, I guess, because we're so used to kind of Yojo and Taro style. All right, well, let's listen to this song right now. What is it called?
It's called 우리 처음 만난 날.
The first day we met. Okay. So let's listen to this song from her solo album. It is 우리 처음 만난 날, The First Day We Met by 한희정.
수많은 바람은 그저 우릴 멀어지게 할 뿐인걸. 우리는 낯설게 느껴지는 비밀들을 밀어냈어. 아무도 모르지 너와 내가 나눠 가진 그 기억들. 너무 소중한 날들. 아무런 약속도 이런 날엔 하지 않는 게 좋겠지. 이 순간 모든 게 아이처럼 잠이 든 것만 같은데 너의 숨소리에 맞춰 난 춤을 추다가 노래를 부르다 잠시 생각에 잠겨. 우리 처음 만난 날 시간의 틈이 키스를 했지. 우리 처음 만난 날 행복은 단 꿈을 꾸었지. 아무런 약속도 이런 날엔 하지 않는 게 좋겠지. 이 순간 모든 게 아이처럼 잠이 든 것만 같은데 너의 숨소리에 맞춰 난 춤을 추다가 노래를 부르다 잠시 생각에 잠겨. 우리 처음 만난 날 시간의 틈에 키스를 했지. 우리 처음 만난 날 행복은 단 꿈을 꾸었지.
You're listening to Sound K with me, DJ Xian, and this is our Saturday corner, Rockin' ROK, Rock on Korea, with our guest Yum Guitar in our studio right now. And the lady we are talking about tonight is Han Hee-jung, and the song we just played for you was by Han Hee-jung. It's called 우리 처음 만난 날, The First Day We Met. And I must say, in comparison to the first song we played tonight, 봄이 오면, When Spring Comes, that sounds much lighter.
Much lighter, much brighter.
Yeah, much
You know,
softer.
Yeah, you don't have to like go into deep mood.
Exactly.
you know.
It doesn't make me feel like I need to go to bed.
Not going into dark side.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, personally, I like the first one. 봄이
Really?
오면. Yeah, it's a healing music.
Really?
Yeah.
Healing?
Healing. No, I mean, it's the kind of music you can find solace. You know, to me, it's,
I guess so.
maybe
I guess so.
I have that sadness inside of me.
I think so. I think
What?
you need to
You
be
think so?
healed. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to be healed.
Okay.
So how was her career after having this solo album out?
She started a radio DJ.
Oh.
Because that means she got that, popularity
Yeah.
after her solo debut. And in the meantime, she released an EP. And in 2010, she released another EP, long EP, Cruel Travel Journey,
Oh.
잔혹한 여행.
Okay. So I
And-
guess Cruel Journey.
Cruel Journey. Cruel. And she did a few, film and drama OSTs. For film, she did singles.
All right.
And SBS TV show 식객 OST. She did with she worked with 짙은, another folk songwriter in pastel music. So they were in the same label. And she did a little compilation album too, and many collaborations. Tear
Right.
Liner and MOT.
All right.
Yeah, Epitome Project, Epic High, just so many. She wrote a song. She did a song called 이화동 with Epitome Project. And yeah, just so many. She the radio DJ I just mentioned. So after her solo debut, everything just like started to really work. Wow. Like she had her fan base before.
Yeah.
But she's one of the very few artists doing the solo thing, and it turned out better.
Oh.
There are a lot of musicians, who used to be in the band,
Yeah.
and then the band was really successful, and like every musician, you wanna do your own thing.
Of course.
So sometimes just quit the band, or just have a little recess. And when their solo albums come out, not much going on, and it's really hard to go back, and you're in trouble.
Right.
But 한예정's case was really, really successful.
Oh, okay. Well, comparing her to all the other goddesses we did mention before, how is she right now? Is she doing the best? I mean, she is the oldest one.
She is the oldest, and there's the festival in May or June. I don't know exactly when.
Okay.
I think it's called Muse in the City.
Oh.
All the female artists perform.
Oh, like who?
한희정 and I think Yojo is there too.
All right.
And not all, there are quite a few. So because we've never had this kind of festivals. I mean, in Canada and United States, we had Lilith Fair like 10 years ago. I actually went to one of those. Only the female artist festivals were in outside Korea, but this is, I think, it's the first time. And 한희정 is participating. She's playing there too. So
Oh, I see.
yeah, I want to go see her because I've never seen her in person.
All right. So in comparison, because we're actually not that familiar with her, although she's been out there for the longest, I'm thinking they're pretty much similar now then, with fame and success.
Yeah, they're up onto this level where they are like friends, and there's not much gap anymore.
All right.
And Yojo Taro, Hanijong, and there's so many great musicians. I'm going to introduce more of a different style. And they are mostly in the same level, I would say. Yeah, because
And you
Hanijong
did
started
say,
earlier.
in 2010, she released the EP called 잔혹한 여행, Cruel Trip, or Cruel Holiday? would you say?
Holiday, you could say.
And after that, has she done anything else? It's been a while, that means.
So that's the thing. This festival, her appearance is a very rare performance.
Oh.
It's been a while since she really did anything special,
Oh,
on stage.
right.
And I think she's going to release an album, but I'm not sure. I have to find out.
So she's still like that. She began off, hiding herself, not really showing much about her, and she's still doing that. She's not appearing very often. She, as you said, you have never seen her, so she hasn't been doing very many live performances either.
She used to, but the big ones, like the TV shows.
Oh, I
and
see.
things like that. Her own concerts. And it's basically, but the music is her, her remedy, she said at one of those interviews. So she's writing songs. She's making music, definitely,
Oh,
obviously,
right.
but I think she's really trying to come up with, amazing stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember her at one of her interviews, she says she finds solace in her own music,
Right.
like itself. Like writing songs and singing them on stage. That's where you get the help from your music. The fact that people like the music really helps her too. And it's in my case too. I mean, the songs I wrote, I sing them, I record, and I play.
Yeah.
And then the listeners come up to me, or through SNS, like whichever way, they say it's been a help. It's a great help
Oh, right.
for their life, and it's the best thing.
I guess so.
It's the same thing with you too, right?
Yeah. It does mean a lot.
It means a lot, and I get really healed. And when people say that, I'm like, okay, this is the right thing to do. You know, what I'm doing is really right and great. So it makes you feel good and great.
Yeah, we kind of do want to see more of her because we have been hearing her name a lot in the Hongdae indie scene, but there just isn't much information out
Exactly.
compared to how many people know her name.
I mean, after all, it's the music.
Yeah.
I don't really have to know how she she's looking,
That's
you know.
true. That's true.
I like her voice and I like the music and I like
Yeah.
her choice of words, you know. The whole atmosphere, the ambience in the music, you know, that if that's good, you know, that's good.
Yeah, what else is there to look for?
Exactly.
Right, well, tell us the last song we're going to listen to for Rockin ROK.
We'll listen to a song called 잔혹한 여행 from her EP 잔혹한 여행.
So I
Cruel
guess,
Intention.
although it is about 3 years old, it is the latest one, though.
You can say that. And this has also been a very successful album too. So every album she releases, you know, it's important. Because she, like I mentioned before, she is the early, in the case of female solo artist in Hongdae,
Right.
indie artist. So she was this role model for a lot of people, female especially. So every time she does something, you know, people pay attention to what she is doing and what she'll, you know, show to us.
Right.
But this album is also a great album. It's a great combination and balance of sound and, you know, lyrics and all that. So this is my favorite too.
Oh, wait, if this is your favorite, is this really deep and mellow as well?
It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Okay. I'm thinking, okay, she went lighter with her
Right.
own music, and then now you're saying it's your favorite, so I'm thinking.
It's almost 10, you know, in the evening, and you need this mood, you know, wrap up your day, you know,
All
the
right.
weekend. You need this.
Okay. All right. Well, let's listen to this song by 잔혹한 여행. Oh, by 한희정, called 잔혹한 여행, Cruel Journey. And we'll say goodbye to Young Guitar for this week. Well, thank you for introducing us to 한희정, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.